There exists an ancient artifact so powerful, so mysterious, that its rediscovery could alter history, faith, and even the fate of the world. A sacred chest, built under God's direct command, said to contain not only the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, but also the very presence and power of the Almighty Himself. Wherever it went, miracles and destruction followed. It was said to split rivers, bring down city walls, and strike men dead who dared to touch it unworthily. It was more than just a relic. It was the throne of God on earth, and then it vanished. For over 2,500 years, the Ark of the Covenant has been missing. Entire nations have sought it. Wars have been fought over its possible location. Even today, powerful organizations may be searching for it, believing that whoever controls the Ark controls an unfathomable force. But what really happened to it? Where is it now? And perhaps the most terrifying question of all, if it were found, could it unleash something beyond human understanding? Let's uncover the secrets of the lost vessel of God's power. The Ark's divine origin, a throne for God on earth. The story of the Ark begins in the book of Exodus, where God Himself gives Moses precise instructions on how to build it. They shall make an ark of acacia wood, overlay it with pure gold inside and out, and you shall put into the ark the testimony which I shall give you. Exodus 25:10-16. This was no ordinary chest. It was designed to be a meeting point between heaven and earth. Atop the ark sat the mercy seat, flanked by 2 golden cherubim, a sacred throne where God's presence would manifest. It was from this place that God spoke to Moses, giving divine guidance to the Israelites. But the ark was not just a symbol. It was a force unlike anything the world had ever seen. And when it moved, the world changed. The ark's unmatched power, a weapon of divine judgment. The ark wasn't just a holy object. It was a supernatural force that could bend nature itself. 1. The river that obeyed the ark. When the Israelites stood before the flooded Jordan River, the ark led the way. As soon as the priest who carried the ark set foot in the Jordan, its waters stopped flowing and stood up in a heap. Joshua 3:15-16. The river parted instantly, allowing the Israelites to cross on dry ground, just like the Red Sea under Moses. 2. The walls of Jericho collapsed. God commanded Joshua to take the ark and march around the fortified city of Jericho for 7 days. No weapons, no siege engines, just the ark and the sound of trumpets. On the 7th day, the Israelites shouted, and the walls of Jericho collapsed in an instant. When the trumpets sounded and the army shouted, the wall fell down flat. Joshua 6:20. 3. The ark that killed instantly. The ark was not to be touched. It was carried only by Levite priests, who followed strict instructions. But one day, as it was being transported, a man named Uzzah reached out to steady it. The moment he touched it, he died instantly. The Lord's anger burned against Uzzah because of his irreverent act. Therefore God struck him down, and he died there beside the ark of God. 2 Samuel 6:7. The ark was not a relic. It was a dangerous living power. And then, it disappeared. The vanishing of the ark, the greatest mystery in history. At the height of Israel's power, the ark rested in Solomon's temple in Jerusalem, until suddenly, it was gone. The Bible never tells us what happened to it. Some say it was hidden away to protect it from invaders. Others claim it was taken to a far-off land, and some believe it was taken to heaven itself. Where is it now? Theory 1. Hidden beneath the Temple Mount. Some believe the ark is still in Jerusalem, buried beneath the Temple Mount. Ancient Jewish texts speak of hidden chambers beneath the temple, possibly designed to conceal the ark until the appointed time. But excavation of the Temple Mount is forbidden, meaning if the ark is there, it may never be found. Theory 2. Taken to Ethiopia. Ethiopian monks claim to have guarded the ark for centuries in the Church of St. Mary of Zion, but no one is allowed to see it. Why? What are they hiding? Theory 3. Taken to heaven. The book of Revelation gives a cryptic clue. Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and within his temple was seen the ark of his covenant. Revelation 11:19. Could God have removed the ark from the earth forever, or is it waiting to be revealed once more? The ark and prophecy, a key to the end times. Many biblical scholars believe that before the return of Christ, the ark must be revealed. The third temple and the ark. In Jewish prophecy, the rebuilding of the third temple in Jerusalem is seen as a major sign of the Messianic age. But the ark is the key to the temple. Without it, The temple's Holy of Holies remains incomplete. Could this be why the Ark has remained hidden for so long? Could its reappearance trigger divine events beyond human understanding? The dark side. Could the Ark be used for evil? The Ark was a vessel of God's power, but in the wrong hands, could it become a weapon? 1. Adolf Hitler and the Ark. During World War II, Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime were obsessed with biblical relics and occult artifacts. Some claim that Hitler's real mission in the Middle East was to locate the Ark, believing it held the supernatural energy to make him unstoppable. Could world governments still be searching for the Ark today? 2. Secret societies and the Ark. Some believe elite organizations, including the Freemasons and Knights Templar, have sought the Ark for centuries, believing it holds lost divine knowledge. What if someone found it and tried to harness its power for their own agenda? The Ark's return. Are we on the brink of a prophetic revelation? If the Ark of the Covenant has been hidden for thousands of years, the real question is why, and more importantly, why now? Could it be that the Ark was not simply lost, but deliberately concealed until the appointed time? Throughout history, sacred objects have been buried, locked away, or guarded in secrecy, not because they were forgotten, but because their power was too dangerous to be in the hands of men. Could the Ark's sudden reappearance be the ultimate sign that the world is entering a new era of biblical prophecy? Some believe so, and the evidence is more shocking than we ever imagined. A sudden increase in Ark-related discoveries. Over the past decade, there have been an unusual number of discoveries related to the Ark of the Covenant. Some accidental, some intentional, and others too secretive to fully verify. In 2011, Israeli archaeologists uncovered a mysterious chamber beneath the Western Wall. The structure dates back to Solomon's Temple era, but when it was discovered, the team was immediately ordered to stop digging. In 2019, radar scans of Ethiopia's Church of St. Mary of Zion revealed a hidden room beneath the foundation. It was sealed off centuries ago, and Ethiopian Orthodox priests refused to let anyone enter. In 2023, a leaked document surfaced, suggesting that a high-ranking Vatican official had traveled to Jerusalem for a classified discussion regarding an ancient relic. Was it the Ark? Why would the Vatican be involved? Coincidences? Or is something being hidden from the world? The Ark's role in the battle for Jerusalem. There is one undeniable fact. Whoever controls the Ark controls a power beyond comprehension. And there is one city where the Ark's return would mean everything: Jerusalem. For centuries, control of Jerusalem has been at the center of wars, political struggles, and religious conflict. Why? Because 3 of the world's major religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, claim it as a sacred city. Now imagine what would happen if the Ark of the Covenant was discovered and proven to be real. Would the Jewish people demand the rebuilding of the Third Temple? Would world governments try to seize it for themselves? Would chaos erupt over its rightful ownership? Many scholars fear that the Ark's return could be the spark that ignites the final battle over Jerusalem, a conflict that some believe was foretold in the Bible. In Zechariah 12:3, God warns, "On that day, I will make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All who try to move it will be injured." Could the Ark be the ultimate key to this prophecy? A hidden prophecy. Does the Ark hold a final message? What if the Ark is not just a vessel of divine power, but a message from God waiting to be revealed? The Ark was said to contain the 10 Commandments, laws written by God's own hand, Aaron's rod, a staff that miraculously budded as a sign of God's chosen leadership, a jar of manna, the heavenly food that sustained Israel in the wilderness. But what if there was something else inside? A hidden prophecy? A warning? Some ancient Jewish texts suggest that Solomon may have placed an additional scroll inside the Ark, one that was never meant to be opened until the end of days. Could this scroll contain revelations about the future? Or could it reveal secrets about the true nature of God's power, secrets that mankind was never meant to possess? The Ark and the end of the age, a terrifying possibility. There is one more chilling prophecy tied to the Ark's return, one that suggests its reappearance will not bring peace, but judgment. In Revelation 11:19, the Ark is seen one final time. Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and within his temple was seen the Ark of his covenant. And there came flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, an earthquake, and a severe hailstorm. Could this mean that the Ark will not be found on earth at all? but instead will descend from heaven itself as a sign of God's final judgment? And if so, would we be ready to face what happens next? Final thought. Should the Ark stay lost? For centuries, kings, warriors, and even secret societies have searched for the Ark, each believing that possessing it would bring glory, power, or divine favor. But what if they were all wrong? What if the greatest danger is not the Ark being lost, but the Ark being found? Maybe the real reason the Ark disappeared is because God never intended for mankind to wield its power again. And if someone were to find it, then perhaps the final prophecy would be set in motion, and the world would never be the same again.